Amy Curtis March, the youngest of the March sisters in Louisa May Alcott's Little Women, is often remembered for her vanity, elegance, and social ambition. Yet beneath the surface of these early traits lies one of the most remarkable character arcs in the novel. Amy's transformation from a self-centered, beauty-obsessed child into a poised, compassionate woman reflects not only her personal growth, but also Alcott's nuanced exploration of femininity, class, art, and the pursuit of self-fulfillment. Amy's role in the narrative, her symbolic value, and the broader implications of her journey challenge readers to reconsider notions of ambition, womanhood, and identity. Role in the narrative. At the beginning of the novel, Amy is depicted as the pampered youngest sister, artistic, dramatic, and concerned with appearances. Her early actions, such as burning Joe's manuscript out of spite or mispronouncing big words in an effort to appear sophisticated, mark her as immature and self-involved. She is initially more concerned with her nose shape and fancy belongings than with moral improvement, making her the least virtuous of the sisters in the early chapters. However, Amy's arc is defined by growth, discipline, and increasing self-awareness. Alcott takes her on a path of steady maturation, parallel but distinct from Joe's more rebellious and turbulent journey. Amy is given opportunities for refinement and development that her sisters are not, particularly through her trip to Europe with Aunt Carol, where she studies art, mingles with upper-class society, and begins to define her version of success. Importantly, Amy's relationship with Laurie, Joe's former suitor, forms a central part of her narrative role. Initially disapproved of by many readers, Amy's marriage to Laurie is not a mere consolation prize. It represents a partnership built on mutual respect, shared goals, and emotional compatibility. Unlike Joe, who rejects Laurie because their temperaments clash, Amy meets Laurie as an equal during their time in Europe. Both have matured, and through their union, Alcott suggests a vision of romantic love that is balanced and grounded in personal growth rather than youthful infatuation. Symbolic significance. Amy March serves as a symbolic counterpoint to Joe. While Joe represents resistance to societal expectations, especially around gender and marriage, Amy represents adaptation within those expectations. Yet, Amy's conformity is not portrayed as a weakness. Instead, Alcott shows that Amy achieves agency and self-realization through her understanding of social systems and her ability to work within them. Amy symbolizes grace, aspiration, and discipline. Her pursuit of art is not frivolous, but deeply tied to her identity and sense of purpose. When she realizes that she will never be a great artist, Amy makes the mature decision to pivot her ambitions. Instead of clinging to a dream for the sake of pride, she gracefully lets go, embodying the transcendental ideal of self-knowledge and self-improvement. This is a pivotal moment of growth, showing how Amy values excellence and substance over mere appearance. Furthermore, Amy represents a more socially conscious femininity. She is acutely aware of class, status, and the power of presentation. Her desire to marry well is often misinterpreted as gold digging, but Alcott reveals deeper motives. Amy wants to secure stability, dignity, and influence. Amy internalizes the precariousness of women's financial dependence. She seeks to regain the social standing she sees as her birthright, not out of arrogance, but out of pragmatism. Her attention to decorum, elegance, and etiquette symbolizes a kind of social literacy that contrasts with Joe's more blunt, unfiltered personality. This makes Amy an often overlooked symbol of a woman's power in navigating and subtly influencing a male-dominated society. Broader implications. Often dismissed as vain or materialistic, Amy is, in fact, one of Alcott's most radical portrayals of a woman who carves her path not by rejecting society, but by mastering it. In a world where women's options are limited, Amy's ability to strategically position herself while maintaining dignity, artistic ambition, and emotional intelligence reveals an alternative route to empowerment. Her character also prompts a re-evaluation of ambition and artistry. Amy is ambitious, but her ambition is refined and socially aware. She realizes that raw talent alone is not enough. Discipline, self-awareness, and adaptability are just as crucial. Her decision to stop pursuing art as a career does not reflect failure, but a clear-eyed reassessment of her goals and limitations. In this, Amy represents an ideal that is rarely granted to female characters in literature: the freedom to redefine success on her terms. Additionally, Amy's transformation challenges the reader's preconceptions about vanity and femininity. As a child, her vanity was superficial, but as an adult, it became a commitment to beauty, elegance, and harmony, both aesthetically and morally. She is the sister who best understands how appearances can be wielded as tools of self-respect and social influence, not simply self-indulgence. Her marriage to Laurie also has broader implications for understanding romantic dynamics in the novel. While Jo and Laurie's relationship is marked by conflict and mismatched values, Amy and Laurie form a partnership based on mutual admiration and emotional balance. This challenges romantic tropes that prioritize passion over compatibility and suggests that true love may come through growth and timing rather than youthful infatuation. On a symbolic level, Amy also represents the possibility of synthesis. She balances Jo's rebelliousness and Meg's domesticity, combining the artistic with the practical, the ideal with the real. Her character points to a middle path, a vision of womanhood that is neither confined by tradition nor entirely defined by resistance to it. Conclusion: Amy March's journey in Little Women is one of the richest and most complex character developments in 19th century literature. Far from being just the vain, spoiled youngest sister, she evolves into a figure of grace, intelligence, and measured ambition. Her role in the narrative provides contrast, depth, and balance to her more impulsive siblings. Symbolically, she represents a kind of femininity that finds strength in refinement, ambition in grace, and fulfillment within societal frameworks rather than outside them. Through Amy, Louisa May Alcott expands the possibilities for what a woman's life can look like. She challenges readers to consider the many forms that growth, love, and success can take, and she asserts that transformation is not just about shedding vanity or selfishness, but about aligning one's desires with a larger vision of purpose and selfhood. Amy March is not merely redeemed by the end of the novel. She is fully realized, having crafted a life that reflects wisdom, beauty, and intention. In doing so, she becomes not just a little woman, but a whole one.